and the impact of the next big quake.
If you know where to look in San Francisco, you can see it. Streets slowly sinking. At this house on Natoma Street near 6th and Folsom, the first floor has sunk so much that the front bay window is only inches from the sidewalk. That's because that area was built on land created a century ago by filling marshes, creeks, and parts of the bay with sand and debris. It presents a constant challenge to engineers.
In fact, you dig up a lot of places south of Market where the pavement section on the street is 2 feet thick. And so it's 2 feet thick because the ground continued to settle and they kept putting new asphalt.
At Bart's Powell Street station, trains cross the now submerged Hayes River. Bart pumps out 2.5 million gallons of that river water every week. While a pump protects Bart, experts say there is nothing to shield areas of downtown San Francisco that sit on old bay mud. Spots engineers say are settling.
Most landowners don't want to see their building settle slowly toward China.
Frank Rollo has been designing buildings to compensate for that for nearly 50 years. He points out that parts of Soma along the Embarcadero just east of Montgomery Street are still slowly sinking, and sections of the former Mission Bay have settled 9 feet. Some high-rises along the former shoreline sunk over the years, including the former PG&E headquarters and the Standard Oil building. The new Transbay Terminal project at 3rd and Fremont is also on bay mud. Before crews can even begin building, they must shore up tons of mud and pump out bay water. During excavation, engineers keep a close eye on high-rises that sit along the edge of that hole. Frank Rollo gets a daily report on any movement of buildings, including the Millennium Tower, just feet away from the project.
If there is slight movement occurring, but we know why it's happening, is that movement going to be detrimental to the performance of the building?
Right.
And
it's
not, as we sit here today.
Typically, kind of the riskiest stage would be when you have the biggest hole possible for that particular project. Okay, and you get an earthquake or something right down there.
We spoke to those who were in the tower for a 4.0 earthquake that struck the Bay Area in March.
We swayed, it felt like 2 to 3 inches back and forth.
You can also kind of hear the iron, the metal kind of moving.
Frank Rollo says those high-rises are safe and well supported, but one place he wouldn't want to be standing in the middle of an earthquake is here. We're on the corner of 18th and Dolores, and after the 1906 quake, this entire area was one giant sinkhole.
We know that area all liquefied in 1906, and there was lateral movement, so I wouldn't want to be standing in the middle of that street.
Huge chunks of the Mission District and Soma, or south of Market, are former marshland. This animation shows a Victorian home on 17th and Howard. During the 1906 earthquake, when the ground shakes, it becomes saturated with water. The landfill liquefies and the house tilts. And experts say liquefaction will happen again.
And we know that in 1906, we saw up to 13 feet of movement.
The USGS says areas of San Francisco that will liquefy in a quake are also those that will continue to settle. Engineers tell us buildings with shallow foundations continue to sag and sink, while most high-rises have finished settling or have less than a foot to go. In San Francisco, Tara Moriarty, KTVU, Channel 2 News.